What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pinson here. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any Run Your Race content. What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pinson here again with another episode of Run Your Race with my boy AJ Richardson, who is not here today, getting another fine. It's all good, but you already know what he's gonna do. Beautiful morning, all that dumb shit. But people, hey, listen, we got two champs in here. We got two champs in here. Mine's in college, everybody know that. But we got an NBA champion in here today. There's nothing more that needs to be said other than that shit right there. I love champions because that's what I strive to be at all times playing this game that we all love. People, very special guest, Norris Cole.
What's going on, Theo?
Not much, brother. I appreciate you coming on. I mean,
Two-time champ. Don't leave that out.
Yeah. Hey,
don't leave that out.
Two-time champ. Let me not get disrespectful out here.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectful for sure. But nah, man, I appreciate you coming on here, man. I think it's definitely going to be definitely a unique story. I'm excited to listen to it and pick your brain on a couple of things because small guards, man. Small guard, understanding like how to get to where you are today. You had to fight through many things that a lot of guys don't have to get through. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the beauty of this podcast and having people see from your point of view and how you got to where you are today. And that's what we try to send a message out to everyone that you're capable of being a two-time champ.
Yes, sir.
No matter where you're coming from, no matter what school you went to.
Absolutely.
And we'll get into all that. But like I said, and shout out to Prize Picks for the love and all that. We can't thank you enough for supporting us and Run Your Race, and it's been great. But let's go and get into it, man. Norris, where you from? When did you start playing basketball? And yeah, just start there.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Shout out to Dayton, Ohio. Started playing when I was 5 years old. As soon as I was able to, walk and run, I love sports. I gravitated to basketball, football, baseball. I even ran a little bit of track. I tried a little bit of tennis. Man, I tried everything.
Yeah.
I had a skateboard, a bike, rollerblades, and the regular skates. I just love sports.
Doing shit.
I just love sports, bro.
Yeah.
And then, I figured out my niche. I always wanted to be a pro athlete.
For sure.
So I always did competitive sports. I, was a good football player in high school. Was all conference, all area in basketball. Same thing in baseball. I won the district in long jump.
Damn. He's just naming off every sport there is to name. What'd you do? Shit. You play tennis?
I took tennis lessons when I was young. I did. I took tennis lessons when I was in elementary school. I tried it, but it was fun. But I loved other sports more.
For sure.
And tennis is hot too. You out there and you baking.
Hey, listen. For sure. I was just wondering, you just wanted to try stuff and you wanted to see what you loved more, or was it more of like, I'm just being a kid?
I was just being a kid. The example that my parents, put before me. So my dad, he had 8 brothers. Mm-hmm. They all played sports. They grew up at the boys' club. They went to the boys' club. So they would play everything. So at our family reunions, we played everything.
Yeah, smart.
We played basketball, freeze tag, do the frisbee, volleyball, football, kickball. So I was used to being in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
But, obviously Michael Jordan was the man back then. I want to be like Mike.
Yep.
Deion Primetime was my favorite football player. I'm watching the Olympics, watching, Michael Johnson and them run. And so, I'm watching sport. Ken Griffey Jr., doing his thing. He came and played in Cincinnati, which is close to Dayton.
That's tough.
So I'm watching all my favorite athletes and I'm like, this is what I love to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be a pro at one of them, one or two of them.
For sure.
And, going to Dunbar High School, shout out to Dunbar High School. We was able to win back-to-back state championships. And that's when I knew I was like, basketball going to be my ticket.
That's tough.
Because football, I played quarterback, but it's not a lot of 6'1", 170-pound quarterbacks.
So you played football until when?
All the way through high school.
Oh, so you literally played every sport?
Yeah, I did track, baseball, basketball, football, all through high school, from freshman to 12th grade.
That's elite.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Norris Cole, athlete.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I'll never believe that you should specialize. I never thought that was the best for you, unless you like 7 foot, unless you're a phenom. You got phenoms out there that
this is what you.
This is God and bless you. Boom. Yes. But I always thought that you should try everything because each sport helped me in the other sports.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, playing
sure.
football and baseball helped me immensely in basketball.
Mhm.
You know, the no fear.
Mhm.
Playing football, you don't have no fear. That baseball, when you grounding that ball coming at you, and they hit that ball, the hand-eye coordination, the twitch, you know, all of that helped me become a better basketball player.
We talk about that all the time on here because a lot of guys, I mean, I played football till the start of high school. I didn't play after that. I wasn't trying to get hit. Fuck all that. But I was like, hell no. And last play I had, my helmet was on top of my head. I said, yep, I'm fucking done. But we always realize when we talk on here, it's just like all those other sports come in handy when you play basketball. Like
They do.
They all make sense somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked to Nas Reed. He played football, just like the nimbleness of playing football and being quick to the ball and little stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That helps on the court. You know what I'm saying? For a guy that size to be that nimble, that's elite now.
Super elite.
That's elite now. That takes you to another criteria where, like, especially where the NBA is now.
Exactly. And the football is a full contact sport.
Exactly.
So when you come to a sport like basketball where it's not full contact, you don't even worry about the contact. Like when I'm on the court, the last thing I'm worried about if I'm gonna run into him and it's gonna hurt.
Exactly.
I'm going for it. And whatever happened, that's just what happened. And
it makes so much sense because watching you play for years on the Miami Heat team, OKC, there was no screen that you were afraid of. Yep. You getting through every screen. I'm getting skinny or I'm running right through you. It's one of the two. It don't matter to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to get it done.
And football played a part in that.
For sure.
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. But that's big time. Well, was there anything that your parents wanted you to play or they just let you do whatever?
So my parents didn't necessarily care what sport or was I did. It was just recreation for them. They wanted me to make good grades. You know, we were faith believing family. So going to church Sunday and Bible class on Wednesdays, Sunday morning and Sunday night. That's all they wanted me to be, was a good person and do well in school and get a scholarship or get a trade to go to work.
For sure.
That's all they really cared about. They wanted me to be a productive citizen. Recreation was just something that I enjoyed to do, and they wanted me to have something to do.
For sure.
Because, you know, if you don't have something to do as a young black man, there's a lot of things you can get into. So sports is what I gravitated to, but it didn't matter if it was instruments or choir or whatever. I was going to do something to fill that time. 100%. I just chose sports.
For sure.
And so because I chose sports, it was like, okay, well, if you're going to do it, you're going to be good at it or you're going to do your best at it. Yeah. And so that was always my mentality. And my mom, you know, she wanted me to be a little bit artsy. So I learned how to play. I took piano lessons when I was younger. So I learned how to play piano and things of that nature. But once that started to get in the way of sports, then I was like, all right, we gotta.
Yeah.
But you know, she made me, play piano I played it for like 3 or 4 years, had to go to recitals and stuff like that, which I think that helped me a lot handling pressure. When you playing the piano and some ladies watching you with an ink pen evaluating, you learn how to perform under pressure.
Sure. And them bigger lights.
Oh man,
them
just
lights
you
right
and her.
there. Yeah,
she looking at you, just you and her on
them
on
bigger
the,
lights for sure.
So, yeah, but they didn't necessarily care what I did. They just wanted to make sure I was doing something that was healthy, something that was going to keep you out of trouble, and something that I enjoy doing.
That's dope to hear because, you know, like a lot of parents don't care. They just let you do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So let's shout out to. Or
they live through you. They try to live their dream. So they make a guy who don't really want to, who don't love the game, but they drill their kid to death. And then as soon as their kid get a chance to get away, they like, I'm done.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. If it wasn't basketball, what was 2?
Football was 2.
Football was 2.
Football was 2.
You had offers, all that?
I had, believe it or not, Cleveland State was my only Division I offer. In basketball.
That's the only offer you had?
That's the only Division I offer.
Football,
I was
basketball,
going to,
all that?
I was going with basketball. I was going to NAIA school to play at first. I was going to go to Walsh.
Yep.
And they was going to let me play football and basketball.
Okay.
But then I was like, I want to play Division I. So I signed 2 letters of intent. One in NAIA school, one NCAA, because they don't have to honor each other. And so I chose, obviously, Cleveland State. That was Division I. But football, I was going to probably go to a HBCU or a smaller, mid-major type of school. My uncles coached at HBCUs.
Okay.
So I probably would have went there and, gave it everything I had.
Sure.
My biggest thing was I didn't really want to change positions. football, and they probably would have made me, slot or receiver.
Yeah. DB or something.
Yep, and quarterback was my position. I could have played receiver, but quarterback is what I really love.
Got you. And then you knew what you was going to be in basketball.
6'1".
Yes. For sure. What was we talk about this a lot on here. What was the turning point for you in high school? Because just to give you an example of what I mean by that, I had a turning point in my career where I was on the USA team. I made it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Second time, I just thought I was going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I just I made it the first time. Why would I not make it the second time?
Right.
Kind of took it for granted, but it was like a wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? To just take it more serious, be more locked in, and get to where you wanted to be. And the piggyback on that, what was the moment where you're like, okay, I can really do this at the next level?
So those are two different answers for me. So the first one, the wake-up call, 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing JV and varsity. I wasn't strictly varsity.
Okay.
And, my high school was one of the elite high schools in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Daquan Cook was my high school teammate. He was a McDonald's All-American, first-round draft pick.
Where you go, Marquette?
Ohio State. He was in the Thad 5 with Greg Oden. So that was my high school teammate. He was 1 year older than me, but I played 3 years with him.
Mm-hmm.
So they went on the tournament, and because I was playing both, I don't know which coach it was, but one of the coaches decided that I shouldn't go on the elite trip. And they went to an elite tournament, and they left me off of it. And so
pissed you off.
I was upset. I was more hurt than anything because I should have been on there. I should have been on there. And so rather than complain, I didn't complain. I didn't tell my dad to go talk to the coach or nothing like that. I told my dad, I said, this is the last time I'm going to be left off an elite list of players or elite team to go anywhere. And I just started working from there on out. And then next 2 years, we won state championships. I was first team all-state tournament on both of them, all area.
2-time again.
Yep. So now that pushed me because I was like, man, I'm never going to get left off an elite list again.
For sure.
And I had to blame myself. I was like, you know what? It shouldn't have even been a question.
Yeah.
If I'm supposed to be on the list. So from here on out, it's not going to be no question.
Yeah.
We taking an elite team. Cole is shoe-in on the list.
Yeah, for sure. And my thing is with that too is like, with the background you have, I could see it being that was never a situation where you were always going to have that dog in you. But if that situation doesn't happen, does that mentality of I will never be in this situation again happen? You know what I'm saying?
I think life happens organically to where you will find out your mentality. I think I always had the mentality. I just think the situation had to present itself for me to show that mentality. And it just so happened that was it.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Cleveland State, that's when I realized I had a chance to make a living and be a pro.
So nothing in high school where
no, high school. I mean, I got one scholarship to Cleveland State, so nobody thought I was a pro.
Yeah, true. That's a fact.
Nobody thought I was a pro. The only person thought I was a pro was me.
Yeah, facts. Did you play AAU?
Nah, a lot. And that's one of the things. I went from basketball season, baseball track, summer football, 7-on-7.
And that was my next question. How did you train to be good at all these sports when you literally going from sport to the next sport to the next sport?
That's the one thing where I was blessed. I was naturally good at.
Gotcha.
I was naturally good at football. Football, I was naturally better than I was in basketball. Probably because that was my uncle's sports. They all played football. They played basketball too, but a lot of them went to Division I colleges. Like I had an uncle that went to Nebraska, played, football. Uncle that went to Ball State to play football. Texas Southern, Central State. They went. So football was kind of in my DNA. But I didn't necessarily lift weights a lot in high school. Like I didn't have a bunch of trainers in high school. I didn't have none of that. Yeah. I watched the game, and then after what I watched, I would go out and try it and play it. So when I saw Deion Sanders do a dead leg or Michael Vick do a play, the next time I would go to football practice or I'm playing with my cousins, I'm trying it. I'm doing it. When I'm watching MJ play, I might be MJ today. I might be Reggie tomorrow. I might be Penny Hardaway the next day. I might be Gary Payton the next day. I'm trying it. So my imagination, and my parents never said, don't do that. Don't try that. Don't be out there. They let my imagination take over. So when I would play, I was doing stuff that I didn't practice. I was doing stuff that I watched on TV. And if it worked, doing that again. If it didn't work, Scrap that.
Scrap
try
it.
something else.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Bro, it's so crazy. Like, I'm literally having like deja vu. I literally used to be in the house doing the exact same thing. I'll watch TV, watch a game, and as the game going on, it's either the halftime or after the game. I would go in the yard,
Yes.
turn on the light, and go out there and try the same exact shit.
Now you don't have no. Remember when the Pacers was playing the Bulls? Those series used to be so close.
Yeah.
Remember when Reggie pushed Mike off and shot that fadeaway three? Man, I went and put on some wristbands after Reggie made that shot. I went and put on some wristbands and went outside and I rolled the ball out to myself and ran and shot a fadeaway, kicked my legs, shot my hands like
yes, bro.
Like that.
Yes,
bro. I would shoot like that sometime, bro. Just
it's crazy to think about. I haven't thought about that until you said it. I'm like, man, I used to do the same exact shit. And it's crazy. That's how I work out, though. Yep. I work out off straight instinct. Like, I love the trainers I've worked with Tyler and Tev, my PD coach now. Like, everybody I've worked out with over my years, I've told them, like, listen, you can get to the elbow, make a move, go here. But I like to use my imagination as far as, like, because it's not going to be get here through the legs. And it's not going to be get here behind the back. Like, yes, I've developed that part already. Right. It's like, how am I going to get here, create something where, how do I get to this spot and make a move and do shit like that? And I think that's what's kind of missing.
Well, you're naturally gifted too.
That's true.
So in high school, you was more advanced than I was. You know, your size, your athleticism, your skill, your coordination and stuff. So you was what I would call a gifted young player.
Yeah.
So when I got to college, that was the first time I actually did drills. I had to do drills in order to develop my skill set. So I used the cones. I would boom, 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 boom. Like I would do repetition dribble the same way I would do repetition shooting because I had never, let me tell you, the first individual, you know how you got individuals in college.
For sure.
The first time we did individual drills, we dribbling the ball with 2 hands and doing stuff, I'm losing the ball. The first time we doing repetition stuff over and over again, I'm losing the ball because I had never, it's muscle memory, your forearms and everything. I had never done that.
Yeah.
So I started using them, setting up the cones by myself, like in between each one. I do every move. Crossover, double crossover. Between the legs, double between the legs. Behind the back, double behind the back. In and out, double in and out. Then I do it left hand, right hand. Then I come back, between the legs, crossover. Left hand, right hand. Behind the back, crossover. I would go through each chair until my ball handling ability got to an elite point. And then once I would play in open gym, that's when I would experiment.
For sure.
So in open gym, I would be like, I come down. If a dude stepped in front of me, the instincts would be Tim Hardaway. In and out.
Got you.
And that's how my skill set developed. And then once I had the skill set, then I could like freestyle it.
Yeah.
Have a trainer be like, all right, now listen.
And that's a different aspect that I haven't even really thought about. Like I've thought about it, and I know different people have. Like I said, I was naturally gifted. God bless me. I'm not gonna say that. I know.
Y'all who don't know, he was definitely gifted. High school, gifted.
Yeah. I was there. I was for sure, because to be completely honest, and I hated cone work.
Yeah,
I hated all that.
Jamal Crawford's like that. He don't never use no cone.
Yeah,
but he's the most gifted, playmaker.
And I would say I might get plucked tomorrow, but I don't get plucked that much. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it is. I just don't waste much time. I'm very like
get right to the point.
I get right to the point. I'm not gonna waste much time. How do I get to my spot? How do I get to the rim? That's just how I was. I don't need all that. I just need to know how to get separation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a little bit of what we need to teach again.
No, we need that. We need that.
But also, I get where you're saying is like, there's sometimes I think about, if I did that, I could free up myself a lot more because I'd be more comfortable and like, I can bop, 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 bop. Like that these other guys have. But I just like, I don't really need to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's part of it too.
You know what I thought about? So, Kobe was one of the best offensive players. He's one of the best players, period.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
When he would work on his offense, he would do drill work, but then he also incorporated one-on-one work, or, when he would play, he would experiment and let his instincts take over. But he did the drill work. That's like the hard drive.
Yes.
So that he knows what's in his toolbox.
Got
and then once he got the toolbox full, when he would go out there and play, that's when he will let it ride.
Yes.
But some people naturally have it already.
Yeah.
Which that's the gift you have.
Yeah.
Like Steph Curry, he did a lot of drill work before he turned into what he is now. Now
yeah.
he can freestyle. Yeah. He do whatever he gonna do.
For sure.
But man, if you know his workout regimen since he was junior, senior in college, or maybe even high school, but for sure junior, senior, or sophomore and junior, because he went his junior year.
Yeah.
The drill work he used to do, man, his rookie and sophomore year in the NBA, like, it's no wonder why he can dribble and shoot and pass in the conditioning that he's in, because he's drilled so much that it's become instinct.
For sure.
And that's why I did drill work, because it wasn't instinct, because I didn't play AAU. I didn't have a trainer in high school. So I needed to get my database up. So the drill work, the cone work was just for me to get my skill set up.
Yeah.
And then once my skill set was at a certain point, then I needed the live drills. Needed to do the dribble, and then the guy step in front of me. Exactly. I don't know what the move I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna figure it out.
And that's that was my biggest thing. Is like, what are you gonna do when somebody's in front of you though? Like, you could have all that right there, like in the back of your head, be like, oh yeah, I got this all in my toolbox. But when somebody closing out to you,
what you gonna do?
And then you get, because it's not the first person. What you gonna do when that next person get oh shit? Do I go between the legs cross? Do I go in and out cross?
That's that unscheduled dribble. You gotta
exactly.
But that's why when you do drill work, you don't end it there. A lot of kids right now just have trainers to do drill work, but they don't get to go play. And I don't mean play AAU. I mean like play playground or play open gym, play one-on-one to get your real instincts up. Because if you're just doing drill work, then your
100%.
game is gonna suffer, because you're not gonna know when to use it.
For sure. How did Cleveland State get there? What was that story?
So Coach Waters, shout out to Coach Waters. That was my coach at Cleveland State.
Coach Waters, man.
Him and his staff, they came, obviously Ohio, they came to the state tournament.
Yep.
They got to see Dayton Dunbar play. We was one of the powerhouse. And it was a little kid, number 30, he was out there doing work. And he wasn't signed to no NCAA school.
Yep.
And then they found out that I was signed to go to Walsh, and they was like, we want him.
Yeah.
So they gave me a chance, and they didn't guarantee me nothing. He just said, you get a scholarship, and whatever you earn, that's what you would get. And so I told him, Coach, I said, that's all I need is a chance. And he said, well, now you got one. And he gave me my chance. And
what year you get this?
2007, I graduated high school.
So you got it. He offered you your senior year.
My senior year, after the state tournament. So I didn't know where I was going after the state tournament.
You didn't know what you was doing.
Yeah. After the state, bro.
That's tough.
That's tough. And it wasn't right after. It was like, you go through your senior year.
Yeah.
Getting ready for graduation. That's when I knew. I was getting closer to graduation.
and there's like a month or two before graduation comes. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, it was, my story was, bro. And even when I got there, I didn't start as a freshman. I played like 5 minutes a game as a freshman.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to Cleveland State. What was your welcome to college moment?
Individuals.
Yeah, dribbling off the cone.
Dribbling off my foot. Everybody else doing good. I'm dribbling off my foot. The conditioning drills. We doing planks. Cats got 2 and 3 plates on their back. I don't have no plates, and I'm going down. I'm like, man, it's impossible. It's impossible to hold yourself up on the plank for a minute, 2 minutes, 90 seconds, all that. I'm looking at the juniors and seniors. They got 2 and 3 45-pound plates doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm the first one to go down. Oh, we got to go again until Cole can stay up. I'm like,
oh, shit.
I'm like, this is impossible, man. we do the mile conditioning because we ain't had no football team, so we wasn't running stadium steps. We doing track workouts. Running, doing the mile.
I hated them shit.
Man,
bro.
Listen, I had to get an inhaler. I never had asthma in my life, but I had to get an inhaler. True story. Anybody at Cleveland State, y'all know what I'm talking about. I promise you go ask my dad to this day. They called my pop, said, has Norris ever had asthma? He said he ain't never had no asthma. My dad was like, what?
Cleveland State gave my asthma.
Man, sports-induced asthma, bro. Now, first year, I had an inhaler. I was doing conditioning, and
You thought you was working hard before.
I learned what hard work really was. My uncle would tell me, like, boy, you ain't in shape. I'm like, I ain't in shape. We won the state championships. Like, I'm like, what? Cleveland State exposed. I was not in shape. So my first year, that was the issue, my conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
But
what was it that pushed you through? Because, hey, listen, there's some guys, like you said, they're gifted.
Yeah.
There's some things that you just got to push through that freshman year.
So my mind is different, bro. I'm crazy. I was like, man, I'll say if it don't, I'm gonna give it everything I got. And if it killed me, it killed me. If it don't, it don't. Cause you know, when you running and your lungs is hot, I feel like death sometimes.
For sure. That gorilla get on your back.
You feel like you're gonna pass out. So I was like, hey, if I pass out, I pass out. I just gotta see if it's possible. Yeah. Cause I don't never wanna
some crazy ass shit.
Hey, you know, when the coach be like, you can do it, this guy did it, you can do it. I'm like, I was crazy enough to believe. I'm like, oh, Earl Boykins went to the NBA. He went to mid-major. Earl Boykins did it. I was like, oh, he did? He ran the mile that fast?
Say less.
Let me try it. Yeah. And if I pass out, I just pass out. But I did it and I ain't pass out. And I was like, ooh. I was like, uh-oh, it hurt though. My freshman year was hurting. I ain't gonna cap, like it hurt, but I was like, I ain't pass out. Yeah. So I'm like, if I keep working out, and my body was building up, the more my lung capacity built up. Yeah. I'm wearing my weight vest, you know, everybody sleep. I'm in the gym at night, weight vest, doing backboard touches, shooting my shots, doing my push-ups at night, building up because you know, when you're running, you got to build your body up to be strong enough to do it. Sure. So they don't know. I'm on my Rocky stuff. Yep. I'm on my Rocky vibe. Nah, real talk. Didn't nobody know except the coaches that, you know, the custodians that was in the gym at night. Didn't nobody really know I'm in there working. So the next year, I'm running through the mile.
It's over.
I'm running the mile. I'm killing the conditioning workouts and all that. I went from playing 5 minutes a game to 32 minutes a game.
Damn.
So
that's a big jump. Yeah. And the crazy part is that, and I hope people really listen to this, you really got to be stronger to that type of jump.
Yes, sir.
Because it's really taxing on your body.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not even understanding that moment. You're just trying to get ready for that. But a track.
That's all I'm thinking about, surviving this track workout.
Surviving the track work, you getting ready for the season. Because as far, like, we do maintenance now. Just
to stay right.
Just to stay right. Because the wear and tear on your body that we put every day, just going to the gym, battling, back-to-back, shit like that, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? So that's big time. Going from 5 minutes 32 is elite. What was it that clicked for you?
Just being in condition. Always could play.
Yeah.
But my body, and as you know, if your body don't let you, can't do it. No matter what your mind say, if your body don't let you do it, that's why I focus on conditioning. Yeah. Conditioning first, then the skill work. Yeah. Because no matter how much skill work I got, my body can't perform. The skill work don't mean nothing. So at my point, I went from I played 9 minutes a game, averaging 5 points. My point jumped from that 5 points to 13 points into 32 minutes my sophomore year. And I'm like, oh man, and I still got work to do. Yeah. And we won the Horizon League Championship and we beat Teague and all Wake Forest and all that in the tournament. So I'm like, oh,
it's up.
And I had a good game in that game. I said, these is the guys that's going to the NBA. Yeah. That's when I was like, oh, okay.
So that was I'm here now.
I can do it. Nah, it wasn't I'm here now. It's possible.
Yeah.
The next year, my junior year, I jumped from 13 points to 16 points a game. And I got invited to that Nike camp, the Darren Williams top point guard camp. That's when I knew, okay, this is a reality. Because 90% of the people that go to this camp.
Who was there?
Nolan Smith, Iman Shumpert, Kimball Walker, Jacob Pullen.
Jacob Pullen is a fucking name.
Man, Taylor Battle.
Yes.
Sheldon Mack, Isaiah Thomas. But it was a
dogs.
And they all knew each other because from growing up on the circuit, I didn't know nobody. You know, because I didn't play AAU that much. I'm at Cleveland State when I ain't really on TV. The only reason they knew me is because Cleveland State beat Wake Forest and they had 4 draft picks on that team. That's the only reason why they knew who I was. But when I came back from that camp, I had a renewed sense of confidence because I performed well at the camp.
So they knew who you was when you left.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
And so you was going to make sure that.
I had to. And my senior year was just magical.
Yeah.
You know.
Talk about it.
Man, it was magical. He got games, 40 points, 20 rebounds, 9 assists in one game. You know.
Play the clip. Jesus. Yeah, 20 boards.
Same game, 40 points, 41 points, 20 rebounds, and 9 assists in one game. I was like, stuff like that started happening. 35 on the Bracket Buster ESPN, having doubles and stuff like that. I'm like, sheesh. I'm like, in my own mind, I'm like, this is crazy. This is what they mean when they say Whenever it click, you never know when it's gonna click.
For sure.
My senior year, it was all systems go. I couldn't do no wrong. I just couldn't do no wrong. Every game was just murder after murder after murder, and it was like I started seeing scouts at the games to start seeing front office people at the game, and that's when you know you're a draft pick. I started seeing president of organization, general managers organizations at the game. I'm like, man, this is really possible.
That'll do it because at that point. When that game slow down, there's no better feeling. There really is no better feeling.
That's what I tell people. They like, what it feel like? I'm like, I don't really know what it feel like. It's just stuff is happening in slow motion. It's like you about to make a move and you like, oh, this dude about to go left. I'm about to cross him. Soon as this dude trying to catch up with me, he don't know I'm about to pull up right now.
For sure.
Pull up.
Did y'all make the tournament again after that?
NIT. We went to NIT. We was a 2 seed.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you.
Yep.
Won the Horizon 1 time.
2 times.
Twice.
I'm a 2. Call me 2.
Oh yeah.
Two in high school, 2 in college, 2 in NBA. Like just call me 2 times.
hey, that's all we gonna call it now. 2 times. That's it.
Yep. But Cleveland State was the thing that changed my life. It taught me how to work hard. It taught me discipline. Taught me how to. I was a leader. I was able to learn from the captains that was there my first 2 years. And then I became the captain, me and my co-captain, DeAndre Brown, my teammates and everybody. I earned the trust for everybody. I'm still close at Cleveland State to this day. So, Cleveland State changed my life for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Would you say, well, clearly that team made the tournament, that was your best team?
So my sophomore year was probably the best team.
Best team, yeah.
Yeah, we had an all-American, all-conference guard, all-conference small forward, first team all-conference. The guard led the nation in steals. I was up there and leading the nation in steals. We had a guy who was second in scoring in the Horizon League, and then we had another guy who was one of the top in steals. So we was one of the top defensive teams in the country. My senior year, it was, mostly me.
Yeah.
I was just individually special.
Yeah.
If I could have had one more, maybe all-conference, first team all-conference type of guy, we might have.
That might have.
And my teammates was good. They was good. It's just that, at that level,
you need one more. You need some guys to take that next step. You need about 2 or 3.
And the guy who was going to do it, he got hurt in the preseason.
Got you. That'll do it.
He got hurt in the preseason, so.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Hey, but Cleveland State, shout out to you. Give my man 2-time a chance.
Yeah.
Hey,
anybody that's looking for a school to go to and you want to do something, you can go to Cleveland State. If you got game and you're not scared of the challenge, because this transfer portal, everybody, trying to run to the easiest route. But if you ain't scared of that challenge, get that work in, come to Cleveland State.
Or go to Carolina.
Yeah, or
Nah, for sure. Hey, listen, it worked for my man 2 times. Shit, I'll do it too.
Yeah.
Nah, but
everybody can't go to Carolina.
That's true.
So
that's true.
If you can't go to Carolina and you come on to Cleveland State, we got all the resources for you.
That's a fact.
You're in a major city.
Gym nice. We played there this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Gym nice. I ain't gonna hold you. But it is cold as shit.
Yeah, it is. So, ain't no lie. Gotta put your big boy pants on.
For sure. Shout out to Prize Picks, our presenting partner, the daily fantasy sports game. Prize Picks is really easy to play. I can make my picks and submit my entries in less than 60 seconds. And you don't play against anyone else. You just play against the projections. You either pick more or less. Prize Picks is blessing y'all even more. Now, with 4 correct entries, you can make 100 times your money instead of 25 times your money. And they even offer Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits all season long. This week, I'm picking Steph for the over, and I'm picking under for Nikola Jokic on rebounds. Download the app today and use code RACE for a first deposit match up to $100. But Cleveland State, we appreciate you. Now it's time to get to the
association.
It's trying to get to the association. Time to get to that league. Hey, at this point, you going.
Yeah.
How many workouts you do?
I did 11 workouts.
11.
I did 11, and that seemed like a lot.
Yeah, no, I did about 17, 18 of them.
Man, I was scheduled to do 13. After the 11 workout, I was tired. And mentally, I was like, you know what? I'm
cooked.
If they don't know what they getting by now, this is it. I knew my range. My range was mid first round to early second round. So that's a large range. So basically lottery, after the lottery to middle of the or top of the second round.
And you worked out for all these teams already?
No, I worked out for 11 of them. So I knew Boston, San Antonio, Miami were 3 teams that they had late first round. Miami had the first pick of the second round.
Yep.
Chicago had a couple picks, and Boston had a couple picks in the first round. They ended up doing some trades, but they had several picks in the first round.
Gotcha. Got to go there.
So I worked out for Boston, San Antonio, Miami, Rockets, Knicks, because Knicks had like, they took Shumpert early in the first round.
Yeah.
But, Portland, they had the middle of the first, they took Nolan. Basically, every team who had a first round, middle of the pack first round pick and an early second round pick, Lakers, I think I worked out for Lakers in Sacramento. That was it, 11. And everything else, I was like, man, tell them to watch the film, man.
You was cooked.
Because I knew what my range was. I knew that Chicago, Boston, San Antonio, or Miami, one of them 4 I was gonna go.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
From what my agent was telling me, I knew, their need at that position.
At that time.
Yep. So I did my 11 workouts and then I went home.
Worst workout, best workout?
That's hard to say because
How did you do
my
yours?
worst workout might have been Lakers.
Gotcha.
I was tired. That West Coast, I'm not from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I made that West Coast trip. The Lakers might have been my worst workout. Best workout, the Heat, Chicago.
Oh, really?
I worked out really good for Chicago and the Heat for sure. Like it was murder in there. It was. And they set the workout out to my strength though. But it was how they gonna work out anyway. But their particular style of workout is my strength. They gonna tire you out first, and then we gonna compete and shoot and all that. And so that's how Cleveland State, my coach, we was a defensive. We started practice off running down and backs, defensive slides, jump rope, running, and then we start practice. So that's how the Heat workout was.
You were ready to go.
And then Pat Riley, we playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 1-on-1s, and then every time he'd just move the ball back. We playing top of the key. He blew the whistle. Hold up. And he took the ball and went all the way to the following free throw line. He said, we're going to start from here. Cass was like, and I was like, come on with it. Like, I was like, come on with it. Yep.
Let's do it.
And I start picking up. Dudes ain't want to pick up that far. I start picking up way down there. Like y'all want to see? I'm going to show y'all. Like, y'all ain't scaring me off. Like,
so you did workouts with other people. You didn't do the one-on-one.
I wasn't fortunate enough to.
Yeah.
And I was hunting some of them people too.
Exactly. You was the one calling. I was the same way for sure. I'm calling. Hey, listen.
And now I understand.
Where he at?
It was smart for them not to do that.
For sure.
I get it.
For sure.
I get it.
Where's he at? He there? Can I get in it? Nah. All right. Well, just get me there.
Facts.
But that's big time though. What was draft night like for you?
Draft night was special. I stayed at home. I really never had no interest of going to New York to the draft unless I was going to be number 1 pick.
Gotcha.
So I knew I wasn't going to be number 1 pick. So
who's number 1 that year?
Kyrie.
Oh, yeah, you weren't going number 1.
Yeah, Kai, Derrick Williams. Yeah. Shout out to Kai.
Shout out to Kai.
No hate on that. It is what it is. So I knew I wasn't going 1. So I wanted to be there with the people who I knew. And the people who had been there for me. I didn't want to be around a bunch of new faces that all of a sudden act like they know me. They don't really know me.
For sure.
So I was at the house, my parents' house, my high school coaches, teammates, my college coaches, teammates, my family, cousins, my grandparents. We was all at the house and we had a good time. And we watched the whole draft, but we started really paying attention after the 14th pick, after the lottery. That's when we really started paying attention because that's when I was like, all right, after this, my name could be called. And they tricked us with Nolan.
Really?
With the Portland, I forget what pick it was, the Portland Trailblazers select no, my name is Norris. Yeah. So they said no, and the house was like, and then they said Nolan Smith, and it was like, oh.
Hey, dog, we had a pod, bro. It was like one of our early pods. Jared Dudley, he's like, the Lakers, he thought he was going to the Lakers. They was like, with the whatever pick, the Los Angeles Lakers, Javaris.
Oh, I thought he was about to.
Jared Dudley. No, hell no. Sit your ass down, JD.
Yep. So that's what we did. It like when Nolan was like, Nolan Smith was like, oh. It was like, but Portland was so far anyway. It was kind of
he was like, thank God.
Yeah.
now I could go down there with that man.
Yeah, oh man. So they
Talk about that call though. How was that call for you?
Man, it was dope because they traded up to get me.
Oh, okay.
They had the number 1 pick in the second round.
Yes.
They traded up
Mm-hmm.
to the 28th pick to get me. So I was like, oh, they wanted me.
Yeah.
That means, they had a need. JJ Barea, Jason Terry, them little fast guards, kind of cooked them in that finals before.
Yeah.
So there was a need for a guy like me to run around.
For sure.
And so, man, I was like, Miami? We was geeked in the house, by the way.
Oh,
Let's not cap on that.
Yeah.
When they said the Miami Heat, Norris lands in the 3-team trade to Miami, the house goes bananas. Their house, we went bananas when they called my name.
For sure.
But then when the night settled out and they said, this just in, the Miami Heat has bought the rights to pick to the 28th pick, Norris Cole, would now be going to Miami. The house lost their bananas. And
so was it somebody else that was trying to get you? Why they jumped up?
Well, it's always trades and stuff.
For sure, yeah.
But I knew Chicago, they liked me. But then those series of trades led to them getting Jimmy Butler, which they needed that. Because they had Derrick Rose already.
Yes.
They needed a Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
San Antonio Spurs ended up taking Corey Joe, which is another, point guard, sort of kind of like, he wasn't a scorer like me, but he was a backup point guard.
Pretty
you need that.
Yeah.
And then Boston Celtics, I forget who they took, but they needed a guard too. So it just worked out. It just worked out, and I was geeked because Bron at the time was my favorite player. Michael Jordan had retired. T Mac was done. And Bron is from the motherland, from Ohio.
Sure.
So you rock with your own. And obviously everybody watched the finals, DWade and, Chris Bosh and all them. So it's like my high school teammate had played for Miami Heat, Daquan Cook. He got drafted down there.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't playing there before. But I'm like, damn, our story is so crazy. He got drafted to go there. Now I'm going there.
So what's your initial thought? Of course you're excited. When everything settles down, you understand where you're going. They just coming off a finals loss.
Yes.
So they locked
all the way in, bro.
Like they're pissed, beyond pissed.
Yes,
because of how it went down. Of course,
absolutely.
And they didn't bring them three together to lose
at all.
So what was that mindset, and what was told to you your approach?
So it was a lockout that year.
Yeah.
So there was no summer league. There was no introduction to the system during, there was no phase in. So that whole summer while we was locked out, I'm working out, bro. I'm like, because my goal is I want to show that I can be a young player to play. I didn't want to be a bench warmer. I wanted to contribute to winning. So I'm like, I'm working out crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure, because the Miami Heat, for those who don't know, the Miami Heat conditioning test is one of the, among NBA,
I heard
it's one of the worst.
Crazy.
Miami Heat conditioning test is probably the toughest in the league. So I'm like, I'm going to knock this conditioning test out without them training me. When I get there, I'm like, I'm going to be ready for that. I don't know what they test is, but I'm like, it can't be no harder than these 2 miles we was running at Cleveland State. So I'm like, I'm running sprints. I'm doing 2 and 3 a days, working out, staying ready.
Yeah, for sure.
And so as soon as the lockout ended, and they, first day they scheduled the first game was going to be on Christmas that year.
Yep.
We had like 2 weeks of training camp, if that. And we came in, did the conditioning. I'm knocking that out. They putting the plays and the philosophies in. I'm remembering. I'm a 4-year college, so I'm picking up stuff quick. So they like, coach like, we got to give him a shot. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So
yeah, for sure.
And he gave me a shot, bro.
It was up. I'm not looking back.
I'm not looking back. He gave me a shot in that first home game. Well, the first road game was against Dallas. I played solid, played well. He just wanted to see me in that environment.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous. He seen like, oh, young fella ain't nervous. Let's see his first home game. First home game, 20. 13 in the fourth. They like, oh, this young kid, we might have to reel him back.
Yes.
Because I'm, what I'm saying? I'm looking Bron and them off. I'm taking my shot. Like, But it was a mentality because I wanted to show them that y'all are who y'all are, but I'm here that I can help. I want y'all to trust me as a young fella. That's all I wanted. The way I respected them, I wanted them to respect me the same way. So that's all I was trying to prove.
For sure.
And once I got that respect, they told me, all right, look, this is going to be your role. Like, obviously, my role not going to be to get 20 in the game.
Yeah.
But they wanted to see who I was. And so I showed them, like, hey, I do this thing if y'all,
Yeah, if you want to.
And so Once they seen that, okay, respect. All right, this gonna be your job.
Yeah.
And I accepted it. I didn't fight it.
As you should. Hey,
and because I didn't fight it,
either.
I was able to contribute
Ready
to winning.
go.
I wasn't in the, not against nobody who don't play, but I wanted to be a young dude to play. So I accepted my role, and I can honestly say I played a role in us winning the championships.
100%.
I played 20, 25 minutes in the Eastern Conference Finals and stuff like that. So, and that's the part I'm happy about. I was able to contribute to our winning.
Mm-hmm. And that's big time. I would say this. I think it's you're super rare as far as a rookie coming in, especially a team like that.
Yeah.
You got Dwayne, Chris Bosh,
killer,
LeBron James,
killer.
Was Battier there?
Shane Battier, ultimate role player.
Ultimate. And having that in the locker room in itself can help you out tremendously, just understanding he's just coming in and do his work.
Right.
He gonna do his job night in, night out, not gonna do nothing more, nothing less.
Guard the best players. Shoot that three, set the screens to get the mismatch that you want.
Mm-hmm. And the crazy part is, it's all coming back to me now as far as like that time is like, I remember looking like, he don't care that Bron on the court. He don't care DWade on the court. If you gonna leave me open, I'm gonna knock that up. I'm gonna knock it down.
Bro, I'm not at all. Bro.
I'm not scared.
Can't be.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that people, these teams look at, which I try to tell the young fellas now is like, you show any type of intimidation or nervousness, they're gonna take you out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, it's like, we need you to be confident.
But that comes from the work, though.
For sure.
Some of, there's a lot of talented young guys out there, but a lot of them haven't put their 10,000 hours in yet.
Uh-huh.
So I had my 10,000 hours in.
Yeah.
I'll put my work in.
You weren't worried about
the only
that.
thing left for me to do was in the game. Because I was already a practice player. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be known as the practice player.
Exactly.
You want to be known as the player that
100%.
So
100%.
I was already doing the practice stuff that I'm supposed to do. So at that point, I'm like, when I get in the game, I got to show that I can play in the game.
Yeah.
And so that's what I would tell young players out there today. Master practice, and then once you master practice, get out in the game. There's no reason to fear because all you can do is make or miss.
100%. That's a fact.
All you can do is make or miss.
We could talk about that man for the longest, especially in 2012. What was different? What was it that had him in that level that you saw? I mean, you saw this day in and day out. And we talk about Bron. I hope
everybody, for sure. So I think it was one, the pressure to win was there because at this point there's no excuse not to win.
For sure.
No, Cleveland, they had some whatever was going on in Cleveland. I wasn't there, but people, gave them an excuse like, "Hey, listen, we understand the team, the ownership wasn't bringing in the free agents that you need. Now we got all that." Mm-hmm. So I understand his mindset. Like this has to work.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be somebody, like I said, that he can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that man, he was putting in work. He was, taking care of his body. He started getting in that post. That's when he started getting in that post.
It started getting ugly.
That's when it got ugly. Because when he started getting in the post, drawing fouls, now we control the tempo. You can't play fast. You know why? Because when him or DWade has the ball in the post, everything stops. Mm-hmm. There's no zipping and running up and down.
Was it a conversation between the two, or was it like more of a, maybe this is what we need to do to control this?
I think it was a combination of everything. I think it was Bron getting his skill set up. Mm-hmm. He got his skill set up. You could tell he started working on his shot and he started working on that post, that turnaround jumper.
Yeah.
And he would work with Coach Fizz and on that every day. Mm-hmm. Same with DWade. Him and DWade would work together in that post. Mm-hmm. And then it was a matter of the team, the makeup that we had on the team. Mm-hmm. We had shooters.
Everywhere.
Mike Miller's a shooter, sniper, certified.
Sniper. Mm-hmm.
James Jones, we call him champ, 3-point champ, certified. Shane Battier, corners 3, sniper, certified.
Who shot it better, Mike or James? That's a tough one.
Now you trying to start fights.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
On the move, Mike Miller probably on the move. Mm. Spot up, I don't know.
I don't remember seeing James miss many.
I'm about to say James, when James catch and shoot, when he don't have to move, when he can just catch, bro, it's cash. I'm going to be honest, it's cash.
I mean, Mike shot one without his damn shoe. Shit.
Yeah.
Cashed out like it was normal.
And they would shoot every day. We call him the sniper unit. And then when Ray came, Ray added to it. So now I got all 3 of those snipers in the building. And then Rio could shoot that thing too. Don't get that twisted. Rio thought he was part of the sniper unit.
You and Rio was similar though. because y'all really, as far as like, y'all didn't really defer as much. Y'all really wanted to, if y'all gonna let us shoot, we gonna shoot that thing.
Right.
For sure.
Rio was a really good spot up shooter though.
For sure.
Me coming from college, I was better off the dribble, pull up.
You were getting buckets.
I was gonna get to it. Rio fit in really well because he could spot up shoot.
In the starting unit.
Yes.
Yes. You were definitely you were best in the second unit because you can go
down tempo. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And so
who was with your unit? Was Bron with you?
Bron was with me. So it became me, Bron, Birdman.
The 2012 year.
But that's the first. Okay, so it was Bron, me. I want to say, was Birdman was 2012? Or was he not there?
I think Birdman was both times, right?
I know, yeah. So Birdman.
Birdman was a huge addition.
Shane Battier was in that lineup. And then...
Probably Barry.
So there's Joel Anthony, Shane Battier, Chris Bosh, Rio, you, Eddie.
Oh, CB would be in that second unit with us sometime.
Really? Yeah.
And UD would be with us sometime. Yep.
It was Mike Miller, Ronnie Terrioff, DWade, and Dexter Pittman.
Ronnie Terrioff was on that team too. So I'll tell you. So Ronnie came later in the year.
Yeah.
So, but that's what it ended up being. It would be Ronnie Terrioff would come in there, Bron, me. Who else you said? Shane Battier. And
Mike Miller.
Mike Miller. It was a shooter.
Yeah.
You know, and then the next year was when Ray came. And that's when it was me, Ray, Birdman, Bron, and sometimes it would be Shane Battier, sometimes it would be CB.
Gotcha.
And that's when the tempo would
fly. Boy. I mean.
That's when no alley-oops stuff started, crazy stuff started happening. That's
the crazy part is that's when, think about it, you ain't never had that much space in your life.
Yeah.
You had that much space in your life where you could boogie.
The thing is, though, I was so programmed, like Spo had me so programmed to like find Ray.
Oh yeah.
Find CB in the pocket, find Birdman. Like, and he ain't had to tell me about Bron because I know how to outlet. So when I get the ball, my first look is not the dribble. My first look is to look up the court. And if 6 is up the court,
give him the ball.
And vice versa. He'd kick it up to me.
Yeah.
Because I would get it
get it right back.
I ain't gonna do no dumb stuff. Like kick it up to me, I'm gonna attack, make a play, or
you was a part of the iconic Boston junk.
Come on, man, talk to me. What's you
play the clip? Play the clip. Hey. Come on, now.
Yes, sir.
Play the fucking clip. That was
that second unit was
special.
It was special. But like I said, I had to learn to get a conscience though. Because come say I had no conscience. But Spo helped groom me to like, listen, for this team, you got to get him shots. You got to get them shots, and you're gonna get some. You know, you ain't gonna get many, but do what you need to do. You're gonna be on the court longer.
That was the 2013 year.
Well, he told me this in 2012.
So
and when Ray came, I kind of mastered it. Because when Ray, Ray runs the court with you.
He running.
Anytime I'm thinking I'm leaving the pack, I'm looking to my left, Bron with me. I'm looking to my right, Ray.
Ray right there.
But Ray, like, where you
That's
going?
A luxury.
I'm right here with, and Birdman trailing like hell. Like, I'm cleaning up. Clean up on aisle 6. Like,
for sure.
So it was cool to have, a bunch of guys that like to run and play up tempo, because that was my gift. Speed was my gift.
For sure.
So
talk about how important DWade was for Bron in that journey to just take that next step.
Man, bro, it was the true definition of a team, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bron is one of the most gifted players, to ever play. He has things that you can't learn, you can't teach. He just got it. But the things that he could learn, maturity and handling certain situations, learning Miami, family life dynamic.
Yeah.
DWade was the ultimate brother for that.
For sure.
I don't know if it was anybody that could have been better in that situation.
Yeah.
And because they came in at the same time, they both were stars. DWade had already accomplished what Bron was trying to accomplish. So they could relate on a star level. Some stars, regular players can't relate to some of the stuff that they go through.
Yeah.
Well, DWade can relate to Bron when it came to a lot of things. So it was like the perfect partnership, bro.
For sure.
And you could see Bron's growth, and Bron helped DWade to grow too. And taking care of his body better and things of that nature. So it's like they were the ultimate leaders of our team. And you know, when they led, you know, we followed and the right things happened.
Going through that 2012 year, there was no doubt you knew y'all was gonna win it. Before we even get to that, Boston came in there and was making some noise.
Yes, they was. A lot of noise.
What the hell happened before Game 6?
They was just at us. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't no excuse. They was at us, bruh. They was just going at us. And
what got into that man?
I'm about to say, and we needed Bron to be special. You know, those MJ moments, those Kobe moments, you know what I'm saying, those Allen Iverson moments where they become who they are, and this is why I am who I am. That was the perfect moment, the perfect segue for Bron to be like, all right, now, this is the platform.
Yes.
This is your stage.
Yeah, we all like
make art. Because I ain't gonna be out. They was at us, man. They just had our number up until that point, and you know they wasn't scared of us.
Exactly.
You know, other teams might be intimidated. They wasn't. They wasn't scared of us. They was ready, whatsoever. And they was talking that talk. They was walking that walk. Doc at the time, championship level coach. He, you know, at that time you would have said that Doc had the edge on Spo coaching. 100%. So at that time they was like, what y'all talking about? We got
all we need.
Yep. And so they was just at us. And Rondo was that going under on Rondo like in the regular season. That wasn't working. That was not working. So we just needed an extra boost, and Bron showed why he is who he is.
One of the best performances you ever seen.
Oh man, was it? In real life, that might have been live in real life. That might have been the best performance I ever seen. Cause it's the playoffs. I saw him get 60. No, I saw him get 61 against Charlotte. But that's a regular season game. For sure. This is if we lose, the season's over. The big three is broken up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if we don't win, the big three's over. All that stuff is over, bro.
You say it's over.
It's over. 2 years you don't make it to the final. You lose in the finals 1 year. The next year you come and lose in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And in Game 6, not
in
even
Game
7.
6, it's over. So he came and put on the performance, and it was like once we knew we had the game at hand, you can tell he took his foot off. Yeah, all right, it's over. Like we got the lead big enough. And then he was like, all right, it's over.
Yeah.
Spoke, took him out, and then we can probably breathe again. Because he could have went for 50. If Boston would have put a surge on and made the game competitive, more
he wasn't losing that game.
No, he could have went for 50.
He wasn't losing that game.
Nah, there was no answer for him that night.
As far as locked in, that might have been the most locked I've ever seen.
That's the first time I never seen him laugh and smile before the game.
Not one time.
Not once. Not that day. Normally, you know, he always even if he rapping, like he listened to his headphones or something, he'd give a little giggle or he'd give a little something like that. But like this day, it wasn't a snicker. It wasn't nothing. It was straight
smoke.
That bean face. Like I was like, dang, like normally, you know, we have a little personality in the locker room, even if it's playoffs. I'm looking at him like, I ain't even talking to him. This cat ain't looking at nobody. This cat ain't laughing, joking. No eye contact with the media, nothing. He just over there in his zone.
Legacy was on. His legacy was on the line.
It was on the line, so, and he did what he needed to do to secure any talk. Sure. If it was any talk,
and that put the end of Boston right there.
Yeah, it was over. Because guess what? The next year we got Ray.
Yeah, and then it got real.
And then it got very scary.
Real spooky for him. And talk about. I think people underestimate that OKC team y'all beat.
Good. And our games was close.
Everyone.
Yeah, our games was close. Like
people don't understand that Russell Westbrook performance he put on that 43.
Yes,
was
sir.
Special.
Yes, sir.
Special.
Yes, it was. And then KD and Brown was dueling like it was They was dueling like it was.
Who gonna be the face of the league right here? You know what I'm saying?
No, that was gonna be whoever.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how do you say that? If KD win that, what are we talking about?
You know, it's a whole new different era of basketball.
What are we talking about if KD wins that game, wins that series?
He wouldn't have been in no Golden State.
No, he never goes. He might still be at
I'm about
OKC.
to say how many would they have won?
Yes, because that team still you running it back.
They was in their mid-20s.
Because James left that next year. Right? Yeah, James went to Houston that next year. Yeah.
That don't happen.
That don't happen
at all. And you gotta think they 24 at the time. They 24, 25, young still. So
how y'all feel going into that?
So that was the 2-3-2 year. They changed the format. It was 2-3-2. Our whole idea was
get one,
steal one, and we not coming back because we got 3 games in Miami.
Oh yeah.
That was our whole thing. We gotta get one, and then when we go home, we ain't coming back.
Because it's rocking in there.
It's rocking. Then I ended up playing in OKC, so I understand it's a nice city, but at the time, it's Miami and OKC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we going.
Yeah.
We want the party. We want the party to be in Miami.
Oh, I know it was up after you won. I know it.
What Dre say? What a time.
Yes.
To be alive.
For sure.
You and yours.
Versus me and mine. Come on now.
Are we talking teams? We'll be talking teams.
Hey, listen, I know it was special after that one. Man.
It was. And I gotta give a shout out to UD on that team too. Because UD was the locker room leader of the team.
Blue guy.
Man, UD and Juwan, they held it down in the locker room.
Yeah.
When you talking about he culture, I mean, it's a picture of UD. So the big homie,
everything deserved.
Oh,
everything deserved.
Everything he got.
I mean, I've never met him. I think I met him one time, shook his hand one time, but like everything I've heard, unbelievable person.
He's what you call a stand-up guy.
For sure.
And that's all you got to say.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Shout out to the OG UD.
For sure. Shout out to the OG.
The Miami party was
already know. And then you run it back 2013. 2013, y'all come back. Y'all add Ray Allen. I know y'all sitting there hitting the chat like, yo.
And then Birdman.
Yo.
What are we talking about?
It's over.
What are we talking about, bro?
It's over. What y'all go, 30, how many in a row?
We ran off 27 in a row, which is, for the modern day, the most. Obviously that Laker team ran off 30-something in a row back. I don't know how many teams in the NBA then, but 27 in a row.
How do y'all approaching each game when y'all winning 27 in a row?
We never was talking about it or thinking about it, honestly. It just so happened it was just adding up. And we just kept playing right way, playing pack way, winning. And then when it got to like 20 or so, that's when the media started really talking about it. Like, is it possible? Is it not possible to get to 30-something? But we never talked about it ever until after we lost the last game. And after we lost, we sat there, we acknowledged it in the locker room, and then we moved on because the goal wasn't to win 27. The goal was to go back to back.
Go back to for sure.
It meant something after the fact. But when it happened, it didn't mean anything because we know if we do this and we don't hold the trophy up to Larry, bro, it didn't mean nothing. So, yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask you. Who's the first guy to give you buckets?
First guy to give me buckets?
In the league.
I don't really know. First guy. I know who I be talking about all the time when people ask me who was tough matchups that people wouldn't think about.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like Will Bynum, Will the Thrill.
Whoa, Detroit. He was in Detroit?
Tough, bro.
Tough.
He was tough. When Isaiah Thomas was in Sacramento, he came to Miami and had a good game, had a big game. Like he had like 19 in the fourth, and I got some of that too. Yes. I was like, ooh, we gotta keep it real around here.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, ooh, like he out there getting this was before he went to Boston.
Yeah.
This is before he went to Phoenix.
Yeah.
This was Sacramento, Isaiah Thomas.
This was young.
And he went, and so I'm like, dang, he went for 19 on to the fourth. I'm like, dang, he better than what they saying.
For sure.
He like way better than the dude they drafted in the early round. Like I'm like,
he gonna be special.
Yes, sir. So, but Will the Thrill was tough, and he played the same role as me. 6 man. So I'm getting a lot of action against him. Monte Ellis was tough. He was in Milwaukee.
Monte Ellis.
He was in Milwaukee with Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight, at the time, he was tough too. Other than the star players, we all know who the stars were good, but like the people who you and John Lucas had a good game on me one time in Chicago.
What year was that? That was 2012. He got punched on.
Yeah,
when he jumped over his head.
Was it 2012 or 2013? Derrick Rose still on their team. It might have been 2012 because it was a game. Derrick Rose was supposed to come back from injury, but he ended up not coming back. And John Lucas got to start that night. And man, he torched us.
I think I remember that.
Man, he torched it
because
my mind was fixated. All right, D Rose is back.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking about is make sure, because D Rose is a handful plus some.
Listen.
For those who don't know, it was D Rose before Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving. Man,
he had a personal vendetta against y'all.
It wasn't personal. That was the game that showed it. Because Derrick Rose thought he was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And in order to say that, you know who you got to see. You got to see number 6.
You got to see.
You got to see him.
We've actually had an argument. Who do we talk to about that, huh? We were talking to Tyler because we were like, was he at that time?
No. No offense, but no.
Not close.
No. The only thing with Brian why he didn't win 3-4 straight MVPs is because when he went to Miami, people didn't like it. Because he put the same stats up.
100%.
The same stats the year before when he won MVP. He put the same, if not even better, the next year in Miami, but he didn't win it.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That makes sense. He had a year.
He did. He had a special year. No,
that year was special.
D Rose was, like I said, when people ask me who the hardest guy I ever had to guard, I tell them that D Rose was the toughest guy.
Yeah.
Your favorite point guards of today had no chance against Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
No offense, but like, Kai and Steph and them, no chance against that guy.
Because he was strong too.
Man, people was getting the D Rose flu. Cass was, when he would come to town, Cass ain't even want to play.
Yep.
Not me, I'm just saying, but for real, it was word around the league. Cass was like, oh, D Rose playing, I'm feeling some tendonitis. Yeah. Cass ain't want to see that dude.
Oh, weak as hell. What was the path y'all 2013 is when Indiana came up.
Yes, sir. Major come up.
That's when Indiana arrived.
Yes, sir.
They arrived, Roy Hibbert, David West. They matched up pretty well, though.
They matched really, and that's when they changed the rule, that verticality rule.
Oh, and
that's what made Roy Hibbert a max player.
Elite.
That's what made him elite. Because before, he was good, good player. Yeah. But like when they changed because Cash used to get a foul for doing that. Catch just run and jump until you foul.
Yeah.
The NBA said verticality rule, no foul. It made Roy Hibbert the most valuable rim protector in the league. So that changed a lot because we got attackers. Brown is an attacker. DWade is an attacker. CB pump fake, get the rim attack. So it kind of made it tough for us.
For sure.
And then Paul George, Denny Granger, and then Paul George emerged. They ended up moving Denny Granger, and Paul George emerged as a young star.
Y'all see it about to happen, or it was just like
we was acknowledging? It's hard to acknowledge why it's happening because we trying to beat them.
You trying, yeah.
But after the fact, you like PG-13 is different. You have to acknowledge it.
You had to.
We see this is DWade. We talking about we playing against.
Dunk he had against, was it Birdman? Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, this is Bron and DWade he's dueling against, bro. And holding his own for a little while. So you got to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And so
I think the handshake between him and Bron at half, that's when it was like, yeah, you here now, buddy.
Yeah.
You here now.
Yeah, I ain't like that he did it, but it is what it. But when you earn your respect to that nature, organically, you just like, bro, good play.
Yeah,
like,
especially the bucket he got. I was like, shit.
And Brian came back though, like, hold up now, wait a minute.
I'm gonna let you know what I still run this
game
shit.
Time,
yeah. I still run this shit. And I don't know why he gambled like that. That was the easiest game winner I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he was young. A little too zealous.
Yes.
A little too zealous.
A little overzealous there,
overzealous.
Slow it down. Don't gamble there. It's the end of the game. But
our 2013 team, I like our chances against anybody. I like our chances against anybody. People don't talk about that team when they start talking about the best teams and all that, but I put our team, that 2013 team, I'm against anybody. I like our chances.
Let me ask you this. What's different about, and I know because I don't know because they're on the way out. What is different about playing the Spurs in the playoffs?
The difference is
that Spurs team.
Yes, you have to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves. And people think they understand that, but you don't understand that until you play against them. They're not going to have dumb turnovers or do dumb stuff. They're going to make open shots. So if you're not where you're supposed to be, you're going to make open shot. If you're overzealous, they're going to backdoor you to death.
They're going to make you pay.
And then on top of that, their natural gift, Tim Duncan, he catch the ball in the block, he's going to take you to school. Right hook, left hook, back shoulder, off the backboard, like all of that. Manu Ginobili is a wizard. Tony Parker, floater, spin move, all that. So you have to beat them. Not just be average or play up to their level. You have to surpass their level. And that's what makes them so tough. They're the ultimate solid team, bro.
Yeah.
Solid.
When I tell you that was one of the most back and forth series I have
when you watch it, you got to be a basketball purist to watch it because some parts of it is not the thrilling.
It's not flashy.
Yeah, it's not. It's like
it's just good ball,
and you can't be flashy against them. You know why? They will make you pay
every single time.
You got to be solid.
Because the thing is, they know one thing y'all love to do now is transition. They're not gonna let you do it too much now.
Execute you to death.
They're not gonna let you. Hey, listen, but they knew that they're not gonna beat y'all if y'all
running.
If you're running, right. It's not happening because y'all have two of the best players in the world that can do that at the highest level that no one can match.
And no, not just them two. Ray and Mike running, trailing for threes is
you got
unmatched.
two of the best shooters to ever play the game.
Birdman's running the lane. Like CB is running the lane. Like so,
special. That's special. I mean.
But they had one thing they had that was, it wasn't our kryptonite because we won one of the series and they beat us the other year. But they matched up well. They compromised our principles. Their strengths, our strengths on defense were their strengths on offense.
Yeah,
that makes for a tough game.
Yeah,
you know how we was a tough show team. We was good with the single side tag and getting to the shooter. We was really good with the low man declaring, switching up the low man. Like our defense knew how to shift, scramble. We practiced X out, shift, low man, scramble really good. They knew how to manipulate that because they had shooters, knockdown shooters, and then they would run that single side pick and roll sometime with Manu Ginobili, and then they'll run the corner field. They'll run him
all the way
through.
Behind.
What you would be like, well, that's stupid. Ain't no space over there, but it ain't stupid because what you gonna do? Are you gonna stop Manu from coming downhill? And if you don't chuck, which is hard to chuck because you gotta honor the guy running through, and you a guard.
Yeah,
Tim Duncan's rolling. So,
and then
pick your poison.
And then at the same time, a sleeper. You got Boris Diaw in there too, who make
and the dunker
plays.
Man, and at the time, even they ain't had him.
Because you could put Boris there and put Tim in the dunker.
Yes,
and it could get real spooky then.
Shoot, get the ball to the rim.
Just get the ball on the rim
and offensive rebound. Then you had Thiago Splitter.
Yeah,
he was a 7-footer down there.
Yeah. Facts, man. That series.
And then if all else fails, they just screen. They send the low man through and then just rescreen. Now you got shooters pulling around with Manu Ginobili attacking the baseline or Tony Parker attacking the baseline with shooters everywhere. And it's not only are those shooters, you trying to contain the ball.
And you trying to not let Manu get left.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. And you trying to keep Tony from going right. Good luck. So yeah, their strengths on offense were our strengths on defense. So it made for like a chess match.
For sure.
Like we had to do some things that we normally don't like to do, but you have to make that adjustment.
You got to make it adjustment. And that, bro, that's the one thing I love about playoffs. The adjust match and the adjustment part of it is, if you're a basketball junkie, you basketball head, you will love it. I'm telling you.
For sure,
because
bro.
it's literally game by game. It's a different strategy. Be like, hey, listen, we're going to do this tonight, and you got to lock in on it.
Yes.
And it's just,
we've been doing this for 4 or 5 months, but tonight, scrap that. This is what we're doing.
And you got to be able to execute. And their coach got to trust you to throw you out there and be like, do you got it? If you don't got it, you f up one time, hey.
For the rest of the game. Playoffs, if you mess up.
Yeah, you're not going back in.
He's not locked in. We can't. Yeah.
I can't have that.
And you learn how great Tim Duncan was. So this was after Tim Duncan was prime. This is past his prime. He still averaged like 19 and 11 that series. Like he could have won Finals MVP just as well as Kawhi. Like this is not the 25, 26, 27, 30-year-old Tim Duncan. This is the older Tim Duncan averaging 19, 11, and 2 blocks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, after the series, I'm like, Tim Duncan, bro. Imagine if he was 27 when we played them. Could you imagine that?
Sick.
Those Spurs teams. I'm after we beat them. I'm imagining like, could you imagine Tim Duncan when he was 29? And Manu was 27 and Tony was. Imagine trying to guard that team.
Imagine, especially Tony.
What? They can't, especially any of them.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, bro. Put respect. Tim Duncan is one of the GOATs. Like,
for sure.
Like,
that's a fact.
Tim Duncan, bro.
Dog.
I know people, love the Kobe era, but Tim Duncan had a lot to say in that era. Yeah. Tim Duncan had a lot to say in that era.
A bunch.
A whole lot to say and some. Like,
hey, listen, a lot of championships.
So, like,
a lot
and back-to-back MVPs, finals MVP, like 50-point games in the same conference. Like, he had a lot to say. Tim Duncan is one of the GOATs, y'all. So, like, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, bro, he averaged 19 and 11, and he was well past his prime.
We're gonna have to start talking about that more, Tom.
Oh, bro. Hey, put some respect on T. Hey, listen here, bro.
About that more. Because that's just going under the radar too damn much.
I don't let it don't go on the radar. He had Shaq and Kobe in the same conference, and he beat them a couple times. Matter of fact, he won in 99, beat them.
Yeah.
And then they went on the dynasty, and then after that, he like, hold up, let me get my dynasty going.
That's a fact.
He hold up.
That's
like,
a fact. Hey, listen.
If y'all don't know, Tim Duncan, I know he don't talk a lot, but he's him, bro.
Yeah. Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan is him.
Himothy.
For sure.
Come on now. Listen, game 6, the shot. Hey, listen. All I want you to do, find the clip. It's easy to find. Just put the camera on 2 times.
Run it.
Just put the camera on. He jumping up and down the whole damn time.
Y'all see my vert NBA combine? You see why they drafted me? You see why they wanted the athletic young point guard?
Hey, bro, you was lit over there. You was like, oh shit.
Hey man, right. Listen, if you ain't cheering for your teammates like that,
you don't need to be over there.
You ain't need to be able. Hey, if you trying to support me, if you ain't supporting like that, you can't be on Team Cole.
That's a fact, bro.
Hey, listen.
That's a fact.
Because that was pure love and joy for the game and for my teammates. I knew he was gonna make it, bro.
For sure.
First, I thought Brown was about to make it. He didn't make it. We got the rebound, and when we got the rebound, I was like, "Oh, it's going up."
Yeah,
I just knew it was. I just knew it was. And when you got faith and pure to the game and not selfish over there in your own feelings, and you really locked in, that's when
you in that moment. That's just. I know it's beautiful to watch. Everybody know me. I'm a guy. I don't see myself as too big to not cheer or support my teammates. Exactly. I've never been that way and never will. But it was crazy. They was getting ready to. They had the yellow rope out.
The yellow tape was out, bro.
That was crazy. Y'all at the crib.
You know when they say it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah,
that's a living testimony.
For sure.
I think it was down 5 with 28 or 20-something seconds left. They bringing the rope out. They bringing the trophy out.
The trophy's out.
In the luggage. They bring out the little box about to unveil it. They have it ready.
Yeah.
They got the media people lining up. They holding them back. Like, hold up, back up. Like, some of our fans had left because they thought it was over. And we was in the like, just execute this play. The next play don't exist. Execute this play. And that's what we did. We execute the play. Missed split the free throws and stuff, whatever. Which gave us a chance to make another play.
Yeah.
And it was on.
Crazy. That had to be an unreal feeling in there.
Oh, that's probably clutchest shot in NBA history.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, that clutchest rebound.
Yeah, the rebound, the biggest rebound in NBA history.
Rebound in NBA history. God, I mean.
Because everything changes.
To get it was crazy, though. From what he went through to get the ball. I mean, he got undercut, all types of shit.
Man, listen. History is different. CB don't get that rebound. If Ray don't hit that shot,
100%.
History is different.
100%. And it's crazy how quick
history can change.
Y'all win game 6. Ain't no way y'all losing 7.
Oh, nah. We know 7 was steamroll. There's no way. We all said that in the locker room. It was like, there's no way we did all this to lose in game 7.
Can't.
There's no way.
Ray, you did. We appreciate it.
We got it from here.
Take us home.
LeBron took us home for sure.
He took you home.
And you know what? When Ray hit the shot, it was kind of like a relief too. I know it was a relief for Brian because it was like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We live to fight another day. I don't got to hear no legacy talk like.
For sure.
And he took us home.
Yeah.
It was over.
For sure. Brian might as well give him his ring. Shit. I'm just playing. Brian did a whole lot to keep you. Hey, listen, he won that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we don't sniff that without 6, bro.
Hell no. But it's crazy to think about you win 2 times again. Think about where Norris Cole is at this moment. You 2-time champion. What's going through your head at that point?
Honestly, bro, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, I'm so blessed, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking like, this is what I do.
Yep.
Just win championships. Because in high school, that's what we did. We won 2 back-to-back. College, we won 2 conference championships. So I'm like, dang, back 2 in the league? This is my reality. This is my norm.
You don't know.
I don't know no different. So I'm like,
I'm a winner.
Which, I mean, I am a winner, but like, and the thing, like, dang, this is real life. And my teammates, my OGs would be like, Juwan was like, bro, this ain't normal. He said, I know it's hard for you to realize this, but this ain't normal, bro.
Yeah.
Enjoy this moment. CB said the same thing. He said, young Cole, he said, I don't know what you're going to do, the first time you don't win a championship or you leave a team that's not a championship team, he said, you might have to go see a shrink.
Yep.
I'm like, what you mean? No, we gonna keep running it. We about to keep doing it. He was like, young fella, this is not normal.
Yeah.
And the first time when I left Miami and I played in New Orleans, and we made the playoffs the first year, so I ain't really feel it. I'm like, well, we made the playoffs. We ain't win the chip, but we made the playoffs still, boom. And then the next year when we ain't make the playoffs, I was like, oh, this is what they talking about. This is the most memorable. This is not it.
Dog.
I was like, this is not it,
and
bro.
the summer's so long, bro.
April 15th until October, no basketball, no finals.
Last year was the first time I didn't make the playoffs?
You was bored to death after 2 months, bro.
I couldn't believe, bro, I took a week and a half trip with my family, then got back, and I'm like, season got to be around the corner. No, it's not close.
Not close, bro. It's not even.
First round not even over.
Right.
Shit, bro. I'm like, dog, this is horrible. This is horrible.
That's when reality set in, bro.
Yeah.
Haven't been back to the finals since.
Tough.
But played in 3 of them, though.
Let me ask you this. That last finals, you knew it was over?
The big 3?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Really?
Nobody knew what Brown was going to do. I'm a young player in the league. Those guys and what they got going on was so far above.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
so like, I'm only dealing with
y'all good?
I'm dealing with the here and now. I know we lost in the finals. Okay, cool. We done won 2 out of 4. So I'm like, oh, we're about to get ready. I'm thinking we about to get ready next year, try again.
Yeah.
I don't know the business side and what they are demanding, and I'm not privy to any of that. I'm minding my business. I only know what I'm supposed to do. That's above my pay grade.
Sure.
So I thought we was about to get ready to run it back.
Yeah.
And then you learn in the NBA, things change overnight. Things change overnight. And that's when you learn about the business of basketball and all that type of stuff. I mean, yeah,
and it had to be so different for you coming in 3 finals in a row.
Bro,
everything's lovely.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everything's good. This is what you know. You don't know different.
No. All I know is championship habits, working hard.
I know playing with LeBron James. I know playing with DWade. I know with playing Chris Bosh. Like, why would we stop this? But then the business comes in play. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I understand it. Like, I 100%. Understand it. Like, but at the time, you like, man, you feel like whatever's gonna happen, we can put something together where we can get back to that point. But it takes a special.
What did it feel like when that happened? Like, what was the difference in the?
There was a lot of animosity around when it happened because Pat took that personal. He was upset when Brown left.
Yeah,
he was upset, and and he's the leader of the franchise. He's the president, so everything trickles down. So it was a lot of tension. Yeah, a lot of tension. And we still as players, we love Brown. He helped us win championships.
Hell yeah.
But it took Pat a while to get over it. As he talked about it, it took him a while. But it wasn't a good feeling at first when he left. It was weird because now your roles change on the team. Now they need guys to make plays. They need us to play real traditional point guard and get out there and make plays. Before, we was more like set the offense up, get it to them, and they make all the plays. Yep. Now it's like we got to make the plays. The strength of our team goes from having multiple stars. Now we playing through DWade and CB, which is totally different than playing through Bron.
Yeah.
And where DWade was at in his career at the moment, with his health, it was different. So yeah, it was a whole different dynamic.
Yeah. And that had to be tough just to.
We still had the same expectation. Don't get it twisted. One thing about the Miami Heat,
Miami.
Yeah, I'm about to say one thing about it. That didn't change, but you just had to be real.
Yeah.
6 was different.
It was different. It changed everything.
He's different, bro.
Did y'all make the playoffs that year?
Yeah, we made the playoffs, but no, I don't know they did. I got traded.
So
I played halfway through the year, and then I got traded at the deadline to New Orleans. So I made the playoffs.
You with AD?
Yes.
Different.
Very different. But you know what was going on back then? That was the start of the Stefferless movement. That was
you ran in what year?
That was the year Steph hit that shot in the corner in New Orleans when I was part. I saw that live. I had 16 points in that game.
Yeah.
I saw that live.
Yeah.
The chef, bro. That's when the chef started taking over. That's when he was like, hey, LeBron is LeBron, but hey,
I'm here.
I got to see a lot of that.
That team was there.
That team
The whole
was
team
nice.
around.
That team was nice. That team was nice.
Was it just the flow of it?
They played different than every other team in the league.
And you couldn't prepare.
You can't.
It's hard to prepare for that when it's only one team.
Yes, bro. And to this day, nobody plays like them.
Yeah.
Split actions.
Mm-hmm.
Because Steph is so random.
Yeah.
Like, you can practice, but you don't know what he gonna do. There's no rhyme or rhythm to like what, because he reading you.
Yeah.
He reading you.
I'll tell you this. I did 2 years ago, did a scout team for the Warriors. We played them in the finals, conference finals. Said, Theo, you Steph. Watch film, try to do all the shit. Bro, when I went out there and tried to do it, I said, how the hell
will he do that?
Does he do this? Because first of all, best conditioned athlete on the basketball court. For him to run around like that, and that was probably your assignment.
Yeah, a lot of
for
that.
sure.
Yes, sir. To him to run around like that is not the impressive part. It's for him to run around like that and then still shoot from that distance. Because I can run around in circles all day long.
Yeah.
But then when you throw me the ball and I'm supposed to be on balance and shoot it from 22 and a half, 23, 30 feet.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive.
That's impressive.
And to do it in the fourth quarter when it matters the most, and I've been doing it for 3 quarters already, that's very impressive, bro.
And that New Orleans team y'all had was tough.
It was
y'all was good. I think if y'all don't play that team, no, was that second round?
First round.
First round.
If we don't play them,
if y'all don't play them, y'all make it further.
Yes, I believe the same thing.
For sure. Because that was 80.
Ryan Anderson.
Yep.
Who's a sniper.
Who's the other
Eric
PG?
Gordon. Drew Holiday.
Yes.
Reek.
Y'all had some dogs.
Quincy Pondexter. Yeah, it was a solid team.
That
Bro.
was a solid
really good.
team for sure.
Monty was the coach.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. So how many years you was in New Orleans? 2?
2, yeah.
2 years, and then you went to OKC.
Yeah. Well, I went to China for 2 months. And then I came back to OKC that same year.
You just went to go get the bread?
Ain't that what this is about?
Yeah. Respect.
I was out there. I had got hurt when I went out there for those 2 months, and then I was able to get out my contract, rehab, got on OKC, and got to see the Russell Westbrook triple-double year. Bro, I'm blessed to get to see some stuff, bro, and play with some.
Talk about that.
Man.
I'm the biggest Russell Westbrook fan. I love that dude, bro. Unbelievable person.
He's different too. He's a different dude, bro. As an athlete, he's different.
I don't know if Giannis might be the closest thing to motor. That dude.
Giannis is like him. But you gotta remember, Giannis is the 6'11" version. This dude is like 6'3", the 198-pound version, bro.
What's wrong with him, bro?
I don't know what's flowing through his veins. He's different. And when he get that crazy look in his eye, you know that crazy look when he
getting downhill.
Hey man.
When he get downhill, he might dunk at any moment.
I ain't never seen him, bro. When he put his foot in the ground, like it's like go gadget, bro.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And the pace that he played at, you have to play at a certain pace to average triple-double now.
Yes.
Or the way he did it.
Yes.
The way he did it, you had to be playing
all day, all game.
Oh man,
all
going
game.
For every loose little rebound that we might let dribble, a normal person might let go out of bounds. Give me that.
He did it though. Like that's the part that people underestimate. It's not easy getting, bro. You're averaging.
If it was easy,
more people would do it.
Man, nobody had done it in 50 years since Oscar did it. So it can't be that easy. When I used to hear people say, "Oh, such and such can average triple-double if he want to," I stopped letting people say that. Because once Russell Westbrook did it, and then he did it 4 years in a row, I was like, oh, no. Ain't no more saying, oh, man, this guy can average triple-double if he wants to. No, he can't, because when the dude wanted to do it, I saw him do it. You know, people say certain players, oh, he can probably average triple-double if he wants to. No.
He can't do it.
We saw a dude average it for 4 years. And it was only one. It was the same guy. So, nah.
Special.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
When you do it, then I'll say, he can do it. You know
Let me ask you this. You've been in the league a long time. You've been, this media shit. Why the disrespect? In your opinion?
I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes it's not disrespect. Sometimes people don't know how to handle a difference in opinion.
Okay.
We've lost the ability to respectfully disagree. So,
got you.
And I'll give you an example. If you say Kobe's the GOAT, He says LeBron is the GOAT. I say Mike is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than support your argument on why you think Kobe is the GOAT, you tear him down.
Yeah.
Or you tear
like
me
that.
down. Or if I think Jordan's the GOAT, I'm tearing him down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tearing him. Instead of just, and it's okay, of course we got to nitpick or whatever.
Yeah.
But we lost the ability, you saying your opinion, I think Kobe's the best because I seen him do this. I seen that guy not be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't you hating on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you saw. That's your opinion. But people take that as disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
The LeBron camp might say that's disrespect. The Mike camp might say that's disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. The
Yep.
Jordan camp might be like, well, so Mike 6-0, he did this. He shot 80-something free throws. I seen other players, they free throw percentage ain't this good. They missed in certain situations.
Yeah.
Well, those are true things. That's not hating.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
But the Mike crew don't have to always say nothing bad about the other person. The Mike crew can just say, this is what my guy did. And this is just what it is.
100%.
You know, I don't have to talk bad about Kobe. I don't have to talk bad about Bron. I'm just going to support this
how I feel.
without. And so we've lost the ability to respectfully disagree.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other point is, like, sometimes people forget, like, people have, like, feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, your tone, how you say stuff matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to, you know, in this media space, there's going to be debate.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be differences and things of that nature. But you don't have to, like, slander, like, do personal attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you disagree or you think a person is not good or bad, whatever you're talking about, remember they got a family at home. There's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it is. And guys are sensitive too. I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, for sure.
Some guys are too sensitive because if you go out there and you shoot an air ball and then the guy say, oh man, he shot an air ball, is he hating or did you shoot an air ball?
Yeah.
How about instead of being mad, how about you get in that gym?
Yeah, and don't
like,
shoot a fucking air ball.
Yeah, like, cause like
sure.
Kobe, anybody that saw Kobe play early in his career, he had a game, he shot 4 straight air balls. Like, and rather than cry about it and complain about it, what do?
In the lab.
Mama mentality.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes say they love Kobe, but they don't really love Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
If you really love Kobe and you understand, you won't be so sensitive.
Yeah.
You get in that lab. Kobe was like, oh, Shaq is that dude, but I'm that dude too.
Yeah.
I'm in the lab. Let me show you.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't cry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, they hating on me. Nah, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
And I think we've lost sight of that. You know, players get mad when they see you play.
Mm-hmm.
They see you play good, they give you your credit. But when you play bad,
yeah.
And this is the media's job to talk about what happened. So
100%.
if you had 30 points in the third quarter but 0 points in the fourth, are they not supposed to say you didn't produce in the fourth?
100%.
So don't be sensitive about that. Get
100%.
out there and do work in the fourth.
So like when they praise you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But the other side, and that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't play well. Okay, well, let me give you a reason to always talk praise about me.
For sure. And I think the biggest thing with me is I've gained so much respect for, and I already had, but for Russ this year, just for the fact that, like, what star
could do what he did?
Can do what he did and can do what he's doing right now. To sit there and understand, for this team, for me to win, I'm going to sacrifice my ego, who I am. Because, could Russ go out there and get a triple-double today? Yes.
For sure.
No doubt in my mind.
For sure.
But he's like, I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just need to go do my job, play hard as I can, as I'm always going to do, and do it.
Nah, but Russ is mentally, he's a mentally strong individual, bro. Because you have to be mentally strong to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But in this game of basketball, people say they love to win, but they only want to win on their terms.
Right.
Sometimes in order to win, you have to sacrifice. Everybody say it. It's easy in Miami, we used to say all the time, it's easy to sacrifice until it's your turn to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Everybody, bro, you got to sacrifice. We're going to need you to sacrifice. But what about when it's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Theo, it's your turn.
Yeah. What you going to do then? Be like,
and that's where, and that goes, guess what? Nobody's excluded from that. Not even star players.
Yeah.
Star players, I'm a star. My resume speak for itself. You talking about what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in sports is what have you done for me lately. This is what we need now. And some stars can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that can, guess what? They can play a little longer after they prime.
100%. And you know what's getting real scary? That guy who playing here right now is figuring that out. because now he got a dude who's just as nice.
Yes, sir.
Right there with him. And when he figure out, like, and he's figuring out, and he's slowly figuring
it out.
When he figure out, oh shit, I don't got to do it all in the fourth. I can just.
I don't have to do it all for the whole game.
For the whole game.
I could 3 quarters just keep us close, take it easy, and then I could rev it up in the fourth.
Yes.
Or I could go crazy, and then in the fourth, give it off to him, and he can finish the job.
Finish the game.
Yeah. So
no, I'm telling you,
all the great ones though.
It take time.
All the great ones had to learn and do it. And the ones that figure it out, they get chips. The ones that don't, they still get their praise. They get records and all that. But the ones that figure it out, they get chips.
Yeah.
And they get multiple chips.
For sure. For sure. Nah, man, look, this has been an unbelievable pod. I appreciate you coming on.
Man, appreciate you too,
It's
Theo.
been great. We didn't talk about so damn much. It's crazy, but nah.
Shout out to Dayton Dunbar.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cleveland State.
For sure. Shout out to both. I mean,
sure.
we want to save nothing, but well, two-time. Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you
it's
too.
been great. We got 2 questions though.
Talk to me.
We got one that you were personally a part of.
Talk to me.
Better Bron, 2012, 2018. 2018, Cleveland.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, come on now. This is the perfect person to ask because he was there for one of them. Come on now. That 2018 Bron was
that 2018
special.
Bron was different. That's because he had it all figured out. 2018 Bron, he had it all figured out.
Everything. And the team he was playing him dominated. I think people... Go ahead.
Athletically, it was definitely the Heat Bron, 2012. But like all around, it's probably 2018 Bron. I mean, he was out there handling Steph and Clay and Draymond and them by himself. Like,
bro, he almost won Finals MVP.
Yeah, bro, that Bron that Bron was different. All the LeBrons was different, but yeah, that one might be it.
That one was crazy.
One might be it.
Because
that's so hard to say though, because Miami Heat Bron was OD crazy.
Yeah.
Because he was out the gym on revenge tour after he lost.
Yeah. Now that Bron was crazy. Listen. Yeah, that Bron. Ooh, that's tough. That Bron. Oh, I don't know. I got to ride with, I guess, the Bron that was with me for selfish reason. But that 2018 Bron, hey, listen. Yeah. He was the most complete. That was the most complete Bron because he was emotionally there, physically. He had his skill sets had got to the point where he was comfortable with every, on the court in every position. So I'm gonna have to say the most complete Bron was probably 2018 Bron. But
would the question be better, more dominant? That's not even because both were dominant. They just because he did it. He was still.
The thing is, he didn't win MVP. That one
in 12. In 18?
No. So he won. The more dominant one would be us because he won MVP. He won 3 in 4 years. 3 MVPs in 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, you know what? No, I'm going to say it was 2012, 2013 because he could do it from regular season and to playoffs. During the 2018 season, some of the time he would take some games off. He would rest in the regular season. He wouldn't push with us start to finish. Regular season, he could press the issue. Playoffs, he even took it up a notch even more. So I'm going to say 2012 Bron because he could do it from start to finish.
Yeah, okay.
Regular season and playoff.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. What is America's team in the NBA?
That's so tough. It can only be 3 teams that could even be in consideration. Lakers, Heat, Knicks. Wherever they go, they fans travel.
I've said that.
It's only could be Lakers, Heat, or Knicks.
We had somebody come on and say Boston.
No.
I mean, Boston
do have fans, but they don't travel.
Alfred said it's white America.
Yeah. He said white America.
Well, I don't get into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't have anything to say about that, but I'm not going to argue with that. But it's between Lakers, Knicks, and Heat. And I don't know which one you could choose because when I went to play overseas, it was Heat fans. That was
deep.
Man, Heat Nation travels.
Hey,
Laker Nation.
But today, would you not have the Warriors over the Knicks because of the whole
That's the tough one.
The Warriors have come along for sure. The Warrior phase, but I'm not gonna say over the Knicks.
They not. I'm telling you
because when
this.
the Warriors was terrible, there was no Warriors fan. The Knicks been terrible for a while, and no Knicks fans was still riding for them.
Listen,
and if the Knicks win a championship,
it's over.
You will never. It'll be like you've never seen before.
New York City will turn upside down.
Yeah.
I might go.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
But I got to ride for Heat Nation.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this.
Ride for.
When the Heat played the Knicks fans travel in the Heat Arena like it's no other, bruh.
Yes, they do. And you know what part of it is? The Hispanic community travels from New York to Miami. You know, it's a lot of back and forth.
For sure.
There's a lot of that, you know what I mean?
Hey, listen, there was a lot of New Yorkers I knew that traveled to Miami all the damn time.
And some people, you know, even Pat Riley came New York to Miami.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
So yeah, New York Knicks fans, they
travel.
New York Knicks fans are all over the world.
Respect.
Yep.
Who your finals team this year? Who in the finals this year? And who your MVP?
Well, my MVP was in Joel Embiid until he got hurt. So now I'm thinking
Shea got a chance.
Shea Gill got a chance, bro. A legit Shea Gill and Luka right now would be my front runners. Or Joker. Or Giannis, maybe. Shea Gill right now, I would say Shea Gill and Luka are front runners to me and Joker. If Giannis get this thing turned around in Milwaukee, that he could have a lot to say about that too. He could have a lot to say. And my finals pick, I would say Denver. At this point, if I had to choose, I would say Denver against
You're not believing.
Denver and Milwaukee.
He not believing it.
What?
That Boston team.
It's not that I don't believe in it. I just in the playoffs.
Different.
It's different, and they rely a lot on three-point shooting. They play defense, though, but they heavily rely on three-point shooting. Now, if the threes is on, then they on. But, you know, we all know there's several times when it ain't on.
Mm-hmm.
And Milwaukee got something by the name of Greek Freak.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he missed from making shots, he offensive rebounding, getting shots, drawing fouls, and they have a true closer.
And don't let
them
figure it out.
Oh, they gonna figure it out. It take time.
Don't let him turn back to Portland.
It's coming, bro. Watch.
For sure.
It's coming. Sure. So I'm a believer in them. And then the sleeper, you know, obviously it could be Boston as well, but also Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat are healthy. Nobody want to play against them.
I've said it. We talked about it.
If they healthy,
I've said it.
Nobody want to play against them.
I've said it. I'm like,
Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo.
Until proven otherwise.
Right.
The Miami Heat.
Say what you want to say,
are an issue. Now, I have said, and I know it's on record, that the Knicks are nice.
They are nice.
They are nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the Miami Heat are different in the playoffs.
Playoff Jimmy's a real thing.
Jimmy is an issue.
He's a top 5 player in the playoffs.
Issue.
He's an issue in the playoffs when they start.
My goodness. But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate you coming on. And y'all already know what to do. Subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that. But it's been an unbelievable pod. Y'all tune in. I told you we getting better. We got 2-time here. Shit. I told y'all we getting bigger and better.
Appreciate you, Theo.
For sure. All right. Peace.